Greetings everyone, this is Aaron18 and welcome to episode 7 of Minecraft Dungeons. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fine day myself. So, today is going to be another day of more Minecraft Dungeons, as you can probably guess. I have done very little off camera. All I basically did is I just enchanted my Azure Seeker from last episode with Piercing and Committed. And then I just equipped the Corrupted Beacon because this thing is too good to give up. That's a thing. Okay, I had no idea that was a thing, but okay, cool. The more you know. But yeah, so today is just more Minecraft Dungeons. Very simple. Last episode we got the Luxury Merchant, and we did Cacti Canyon. That's not where we should be. I didn't do anything over here yet. So what I want to do in today's episode is I want to do Redstone Mines. Mainly because there's another crossbow here. Or like what looks to be a crossbow that we haven't obtained yet, and also because we have another merchant here. This is the last merchant we're going to obtain, and, you know, we're powerful enough to handle it. So, Redstone Mines, let's get straight to the point, straight to the game.
There are unsettling rumblings in the mountains of the overworld. Whispered rumors say the villagers are building something dreadful far beneath these ancient mines. Something of soot, metal, and flame. Only a hero such as yourself could brave the cavernous underground and uncover the truth.
Very suspicious. So, this is a little bit of a different level. As you can see, we are going to be all underground all the time. We've got these blue crystals here. That's redstone. I think this might be bluestone, which, in case you guys don't know, was the precursor to redstone. Alright, so let's press M for the map. So 0 secrets and 5 chests. So no secrets this time around, which is kind of unfortunate. And I still have my fox, which is nice. Okay, and in case you guys don't know, I am using my Azure Seeker as my bow with Piercing and Committed, Black Wolf Armor, and my Dancer Sword. I still haven't enchanted this one yet because A, I don't have any enchantment points, and B, these two enchantments are kind of pointless, which is basically Poison Focus. The poison damage you deal is increased by up to 75%. And then Reckless, which your health is reduced by 60%, but your melee damage is increased by up to 80%. I kind of don't like this enchantment because of that less health. The damage is amazing, but it's the health problem. But I do have Surprise Gift, which has a 100% chance to create random consumables when using a healing potion. I don't have enough enchantment points, as you can see. I have 0. This thing needs 3 to get to level 3. And I'm using my Dancer Sword, which has Guarding Strike and Committed. And this thing has Piercing and Committed. Alright. So this adds in a new mechanic, which is that minecart. That minecart will hit you and will do some pretty serious damage if you're not prepared. Fortunately, it's not that hard to defeat these enemies, because we're power level 38, and, yeah, this level is only power level 33, so we should be fine, for the most part. Summoned some bees to help us, and already got daggers, and a super chest. Well, not really a super chest, a gold chest, so nice. This also adds in these, cave spiders, which will poison you when you get bitten by them. Alright, so we already got some loot from this. And I obviously want this chest, so let's enchant, or actually equip, our Ember Robe with Luck of the Sea 2, because this does not have Luck of the Sea. And we got a Rapid Crossbow. Alright, let's switch back. Rapid Crossbow, 26 range damage, high fire rate. So, okay, so this is different from this. Because this thing has high fire rate, this thing has just faster projectiles. And the enchantments are kind of trash. It has a lot of ammo, though. So right now we have 52 arrows. With this, we have 130. That's because if you look, the speed is way higher than this, but this thing does a lot more damage. And it's got multi-shot, which is nice. Basically just gives you a chance to fire 5 arrows at once. But I kind of don't like multi-shot on a single-shot bow. I'd prefer having multi-shot on like a multi-shot bow. But hey, it is what it is. That's fine. Let's get some more bees in here. Obviously, lots of spiders. Alright. Yeah, so let me just show you what I mean. Yeah, see, that took off half our health. Alright, use the health potion, you got a strength potion out of that, which is nice. And then we just got Shadow Brew. So this level is nothing very interesting. It's just a little bit longer than the others in a couple of ways, because there's a little bit more, there's a different mechanic involved, which is, again, the minecarts. But also there's a lot of different mobs now. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I don't usually go through this level because I've mentioned this before, I have a main character that I don't use on camera, but I've played mostly on there, mostly with that character, and that character has, to put it simply, I don't play in this level a lot, which is why I'm not the most enthusiastic about this, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so we're getting souls at a actually quite a nice rate, so we can use the Corrupted Beacon, which for those who don't know, it basically just shoots a beam that does damage. It's kind of, yeah, it's very basic. Hear that noise? Sound of villagers, and it looks like we need to save them. Yeah, so free the villagers. This is another mechanic. You may have seen this in a previous episode, or more specifically, the Creeper Woods. They had this mechanic, but the difference with this is that this introduces these miners that you have to rescue. And yes, our bow does amazing damage. Because, you know, this thing does 104 range damage, which is actually more than the Slayer crossbow I had that I praised about having so much damage. Or dealing so much damage. That thing only does 94. Mainly because it's so much lower level. Alright, I think this is a good time to actually test out the Corrupted Beacon. That's exactly what it does. It just shoots a powerful beam, uses your souls, but it does amazing damage. And yes, you can spin around while using it, because why wouldn't you? So, you know the drill, basically just grind out all these enemies so you get all the XP. And yes, now last episode, or like episodes many times, you might be wondering, well, why is it that, you know, you're so much more powerful than the other areas? Well, the reason is because I played on a higher difficulty. So my recommendation if you're playing Minecraft Dungeons is that if you're at the recommended power of a specific level, like if it's like for example, if it's recommended power of like 30 or like 33 in this case, and you have a power of 33, then do that. But if you have a higher power level than 33, then do a higher difficulty, because it's well worth the reward, because you get better loot. Not necessarily more loot, just better loot, because it's a higher level. Alright? Alright, another chest. Alright. Also, as you can see, these minecarts, some of them don't have things running on them, because obviously it's because of this. And because like broken tracks. And we just got Spelunker armor. So, plus 233 health, plus 20% weapon damage booster, gives you a pet bat, Shadow Surge, Beast Surge. Using your health potion boosts your pet's movement and attack speed, or attack and movement speed rather, for 10 seconds up to 150%. Which is actually really nice, but I don't use enough pets for that, and the pets I do use are temporary anyways, so yeah. Alright, okay, there's another mechanic in this, which is actually, spawners. Alright, let's just get rid of this evoker really easily. As you can see, we are quickly consuming our things. And now these spawners will just spawn in enemies. And these things are actually pretty tanky, as you can see. I can one-hit a zombie, but I can nowhere near one-hit this thing. But fortunately, this beacon is ridiculously overpowered. The only cost is that it costs a lot of souls to use constantly. Alright. Nice. And now we have to save more villagers. Alright. So there's that. Super Pillager. Gotta get rid of him because he will ruin you so quickly because he does not take knockback really. Or like, whatever the thing is, where like sometimes the enemy, sometimes the enemy, like, they like get, like when you hit them, sorry, my brain's not working right now. But basically, the way it works is that sometimes if you, like, hit an enemy, yes, they kind of just stop. And almost like, or like a daze. Those pillagers do not do that unless you hit them really, really hard. Which I can't really right now. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Throw in some TNT. Blow up some enemies. Alright, and it looks like we've got an obstacle course of just minecarts. Oh, and mobs can take damage from it as well. And piercing does exactly what it said. You saw me hit that zombie, it destroyed both the zombies at once. That's because piercing is amazing. Probably should have saved that for the spawner. Oh well. At least we have another chest. Alright. Oh wow, that does a lot of damage. Alright. So, this area here is an ambush. Let's spawn under bees. But, it's actually the boss! Which is a redstone golem. You've probably seen these before. At least I think it's the boss. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, so that was the boss, it looks like. And it didn't really drop anything. Alright, let's get rid of this guy. You might be wondering why I wasted on one enemy as opposed to 3. It's because that big Vindicator will ruin you so much. But this is where the fun is. This guy, the blacksmith, and this is what I alluded to towards the beginning of the series. So let's Thunderstrike, just leave with a bang.
The villagers are building a dreadful forge under the mountain.
Nice. Well, not nice. Okay, so our results are about to pop up. Give it a minute. Alright. 85 arrows hit, 77,499 damage dealt, 94% of the mobs have been defeated, 17 healing done, and 105% of projectiles hit. It's probably because of my piercing. Right. And we got a higher level corrupted beacon. Nice. So this guy I alluded to towards the beginning of the series, and he is really powerful. Basically, upgrades items while you complete missions, instantly returns any invested enchantment points. To finish an item upgrade, you need to complete 3 missions at a minimum difficulty based on the item's power. Item power is rerolled based on your recommended difficulty. So we can only upgrade 1 item right now, but then complete the mainland missions to reach and defeat the Arch-Illager on default difficulty, and then Arch-Illager on adventure. So this is kind of like the final boss in the game-ish. And I'll I'll explain a little bit later, but better corrupted beacon. So we have to clearly upgrade and then throw this in here. And, ooh, this wolf armor is actually not bad. So, plus 247 health, plus 20% weapon damage boost aura, health potions heal nearby allies. It's basically, you might think, it's worse than yours. But, here's the thing, it's got the surprise gift, which is amazing. I mentioned this earlier, but it also has Death Barter. The first set amount of emeralds collected are stored and then spent to save the player from death. So this is basically a Totem of Undying. It is amazing. I'm going to say that right now. It is amazing. But it's worse than what we've got, so we're going to put this away, as well as the Spelunker armor and these. I'm going to keep this stuff on hand, because it's fine. So, you might be wondering, well, that's a very quick area. Well, that's right. But, as you can see, there are 2 more areas we could do. All these things have been completed. What I could do is the daily trial, and it says here, player health is decreased by 75%, 50% melee mobs are replaced with the Pillager, but players have the Deflect enchantment. And we can get a unique melee, and we are exactly at the recommended power. It's in Soggy Cave, which I had done previously, a previous video. Super quick, let's do it. The player health thing is going to ruin us, though, because 75% less health. We only have 388. Alright, so tab for the... Okay, that does work, so just press M. 2 secrets, 1 chest. There we go. This might ruin us, but Deflect is amazing. Let me just show you what I mean by Deflect. Okay, well that didn't work. That didn't trigger that time. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, holy cow. Holy cow, that does some serious damage. Oh wow, yeah. No. Alright, it looks like I'm going to be relying heavily on my, hit these guys. Okay. Swiftness potion. Food just keeps falling out. Consumables keep falling out of the world. Oh wow. Do I have anything that can heal me? I do. Okay, we're gonna roll with that. There we go. How much health do we have? 97! Holy cow. Oh, I need arrows. I need arrows badly. Get rid of him. Oh wow. Yeah, you can see. When you only have 97 health, that's bad. Alright. These guys, though, I swear, they do some serious damage. Yeah, just like that. Deflect. But, wow! That ruins you. So the goal is to hopefully survive. We have 4 lives, effectively. Okay, just get in here. Alright, put down this thing, so... Okay, there we go. We survived. We're good. Okay. So you might be wondering why I'm doing this. Well, it's actually because of the unique at the end. We'll get to that unique a little bit later. Let's do some of these. Let's do this. Oh, it's this one again. This one, you could get wrecked if you're not paying attention. Oh, thank goodness it's creepers. wow. Unfortunately, creepers can, in fact, ruin enemies because it's an explosion. Alright, summoned bees. Alright, there we go. Rampaging, which gives me that attack speed boost. Alright, there we go. And we got some more arrows. Sweet. So there's actually two reasons why I would do this. One, it's because of the better loot, because we are at power level 39 exactly. But also because of that super diamond chest at the end, which will give us some sweet loot. Hopefully. Here's hoping. Can't go there yet because we have another area to complete, and oh, it's this one again. This one has the big thing. Alright. Bees in the middle. Strength potion. Holy cow. Stay out of the way. Fortunately, slimes are not super hard to defeat. Alright, there we go. Now, assuming there's another one. Yeah! Get rid of him. That did it. Okay. Now we have to go up here, and then here's the really long one. I vaguely remember the way to do this. I need to get these three down. There we go. You had to get these three middle ones down so you can press this one to lift them all back up again. Okay. But that one's mostly trial and error as well. Okay. Now we can go over here. And here's the super diamond chest. So before we open it, we obviously have to give ourselves the luck of the sea. Get a higher chance of gaining uniques. And we got a unique. Not only a tournament of regeneration, but also a master's bow. As well as arrows. Okay, so let's put on our better armor. So we also got bee nest armor somewhere earlier on. So if you guys don't remember, this thing gives you a 30% chance to summon a bee when hit with a maximum of 3 bees. And then health potions heal nearby allies. We also have a better totem of regeneration. So this thing heals 292 health. This thing heals 222. So we obviously have to equip this. And then we got the unique Master's Bow, 69 to 139 range damage, pets attack targeted mobs, and greater damage. So we have rapid fire, increases your attack speed, which is what this thing has. The Azure Seeker that I'm using. It's got ricochet, small chance for arrows to ricochet off mobs, 60% chance, which is not small, but it's still a chance. But it's still, you know, not 100% of the time. Poison Cloud, we've seen this before. Basically just summons a Poison Cloud that can do 62 damage per second. Lasts for 3 seconds. There's a 30% chance for it to trigger. Got Fuse Shot, which is what my Red Snake had. And then we have Committed. It's got a little bit more ammo, a little bit more speed, but less power. And I quite frankly prefer the Azure Seeker, because the Master's Bow is the same level for less consistent damage. I like crossbows because they're fast and they do consistent damage. Except for the big heavy crossbows, then they really aren't fast. But yeah, so let's go down here and then let's complete this. Not bad at all. And again, this was not a story mission, which means it didn't have the text box at the bottom. Alright, so 29 items used, 106% of the projectiles hit. That's what piercing does. 78% of the mobs defeated, because they didn't go through the stretch at the end. And then 43,990 damage dealt, and we were down to once. So this is going to give us Fangs of Frost. These lauded twin daggers of the northern mountains are known to freeze their foes to solid ice. Level 46. Which is really amazing. So this thing does 62 melee damage, dual wield, slows mobs. It's got sharpness, which does increase damage. Thundering, which I have on this axe. It's got fire aspect, sets mobs on fire for 3 seconds, dealing damage over time, up to 80 damage per second, and then echo, which my diamond pickaxe has. Wow, that's a... I mean, the damage is low. Low power, low area, but that speed, I mean, watch. That is nice and fast. Okay then. I don't think I'm gonna keep the double X anymore. The question is, what do I put on here? Because Thundering deals 66 damage. This thing only has a maximum of 57. But Sharpness increases the damage outright, which means that this thing will do more damage. But since it attacks so fast, that 30% chance is not bad at all. And setting mobs on fire while slowing them down is kind of hilarious. And Echoing we don't need, because it doesn't, because that's only a cooldown, and this thing already hits fast enough. So this thing does 66 damage outright, and then 80 damage per second for 3 seconds, so 240 damage per second, or during that fire aspect period, while they're slowed, and I can hit them with lightning. That's kind of hilarious, because sharpness is nice, but that Thundering can hit other enemies, and since this thing's area is so low, that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna give these a shot, and then we're going to probably do Fiery Forge, because we're not even half an hour in. But you know what? We'll do that next episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this very quick episode. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to check out my other videos. Apart from that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in episode 8.